Rabbit Hole episode 2, titled At Any Given Moment, is 46 minutes long, 44 to 46 minutes long, and picks up right off where episode 1 left off, the pilot episode. Now, we're introduced to Kiefer Sutherland's character as John Weir, who is a kind of corporate spy, kind of adept at kind of deceiving with deception, doing one thing here and someone else being somewhere. Now, this episode is really straightforward, and we kick it off in an interesting way. People try to kidnap Haley. Yes, we don't know who they are, but in the entire first episode of the pilot, John was being followed by a blue Mercedes constantly. Now, after close to certain people died, he's trying to figure out what's going on, what's happening. Now, he tries to understand the schematics. He wants to know who Haley is, who she's working for, why she's doing this. The interesting thing about this character of Haley is that she's really annoying, and it's only the second episode, and this character is just full on, full force on John, and you yourself are sitting there like, how can actually John just sit there and take all this? I feel like Haley will start to become that counterbalance to John, like understanding what's happening, what's going on. She was thrust into this world because she thinks he was on a dating app when he said he wasn't, because he doesn't use credit cards. He doesn't have emails. He doesn't use a cell phone other than a burner. He doesn't track certain things because of what happened as he was a child. And we get a lot of flashbacks as he was a child and showing his upbringing. Now, as it goes on, it's like, who created his profile on the dating app? He says his friends did, who he worked with, but I don't really think that's so. Now, here's the interesting big thing about this episode. The intern, of course, is not the intern of who you think it is. It's really, really deceptive in a way where you're trying to figure out the if, ands, and buts about everything going on in this show. Now, it's funny because John needs the authenticator in order to access certain files that Valance had. If you saw the first episode, you know what happened to Valance and kind of the second episode. But the authenticator is really interesting. He goes into the police station wearing just a mock-up and then walks in like nothing happened. This is the biggest plot hole I've ever seen in a TV show, and it bothered me as I was watching it, because he just walks in, but in the first episode, your face is plastered all over Times Square, all over the news, on every major news station, saying you murdered Ham. And it's like, wait a minute, you just waltz in, walk out with the authenticator, and then that's it? Like, it's absolutely crazy. But hey, it's interesting how and what happens. And then slowly Haley starts coming to and starts helping John in a way. All the while, Agent Maddie's like looking out and trying to figure out her own story. So you have John's story, Agent Maddie's story, the flashback, and you have Haley's story. You even have the aspect of Valance and Ham. A lot of things are happening, but the dominoes are falling in a way where it's like, whoa, what's going on? What's this twist? What's that twist? The ending of the second episode is one of the craziest I've seen. Charles Dance plays Dr. Ben Wilson, who I believe will be a major character in this show. Now, I don't know. It's so interesting how they ended it, and it's like, whoa, this actually puts like a hand to the face of the flashback scenes and what happens. You think present day is interesting? The story about who framed John and what's going on? The flashback scenes are even more interesting, because it goes, wow. Sometimes flashbacks are just there to move the story along, to, how someone had traumatic incidences and stuff like that. This has questions that need to be answered as well. Flashbacks and present day sequences. This show is absolutely insane, and I like it. I didn't expect it to be this good. Yes, the plot hole with the police station and him going in, getting the authenticator and leaving is just a minute thing. But I'm curious to see how everything progresses in the next few episodes. This is an episodic weekly show on Paramount Plus that comes out on Sundays and will run for 8 episodes. Now, this is season 1. Okay, I'm looking forward now. If there is a season 2, what could happen? What can you do? I don't think you can do anything with a season 2. Season 1 is its own story, and it's just really interesting. And the reason I say that is because as you're watching this show, you yourself are going, God damn it, what the fuck just happened? And that's what happens. You watch this show, you'll go crazy over it like I am. This is the best new show right now on streaming on television. And it's great to see Kiefer Sutherland back in the espionage genre, government kind of story aspect of things. I like this. This is great. And I'm really, really excited for seeing how everything plays out, what the story is, even though there are plot holes, and especially with episode 2 having that big plot hole in the police station, him just waltzing in there like he doesn't even exist. You know what I mean? So let me know in the comment section below what you thought about these first 2 episodes of Rabbit Hole, the pilot episode and episode 2 titled At Any Given Moment. Did you like it? Did you not like it? What did you think of it? What did you think about episode 2's story? And have you figured out what's going on? And do you think that certain aspects, and who do you think framed John? Why did they frame John? And what is the true nature of it, the flashbacks that he keeps having, and the whole aspect of what's going on with Haley, the government, who's actually behind everything? And also let me know what other shows does Rabbit Hole remind you of. For me, I want to say it's Person of Interest meets 24. I will just say that, and I'm really curious to see what happens with this, and like espionage, murder, government, deep fakes, social media. Like, it makes you think like, wow, what's actually happening in our world? So let me know in the comment section below about all the questions I just asked, and be sure you click that subscribe button and hit that notification bell for new review videos on my channel. I will be doing episodic reviews of this show up until the episode 8 season 1 finale. Be sure you tune in episodically and let me know what you think of this show. I'll see you all in the next review video, and be sure you tune in next week for my episode 3 review of Rabbit Hole.